Yes, people, it's Cam back with another Cam's Talks. And today I'm going to touch on why my YouTube isn't growing, and it's the same reason that your business isn't growing. Okay, so as always, if you have any questions or any other topics that you want me to talk about, comment them below. If there's anything that you want help with, any type of business that acquires clients, shoot me a DM, comment down below, and I will be ready to help. But today I'm going to talk about why my YouTube isn't growing, and I'm going to jump straight into it, right? And it's all about intentions. So, that kind of excited me, that transition. But yes, it's all about intention. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, but my YouTube hasn't been growing. And firstly, let me actually just forget like all the complaining. And this is something I talk about in business. I've massively underestimated how many videos you need to post and how long you have to post videos for. So that's the first thing out the way. Like, I don't want anyone to be like, oh my gosh, like you're complaining so early. I'm not actually complaining. It's more just something that I thought about and a change and an active change that I want to make. So firstly, I haven't been consistent enough and I haven't posted enough videos. Yes, blatantly, let's get those things out the door. But then it got me thinking about why some people don't succeed. So there's some people that have a business and they've had their business for 10 years and it's never grown. There's other people that go to the gym. I'm sure you guys all know that fat guy or fat girl. Well, let's not say fat girl because girl might get upset. Fat guy who goes to the gym every single day. Yeah, and he swears to you he's been training for 6 years, but he's still fat. He was fat then, he's fat now. In fact, he might have even got fatter. Or you have that one guy who, I don't know, is practicing something, but they never, ever get better. Now, and not even to make it seem like I'm some naturally gifted guy, but I'm normally the opposite. So I'm someone that does something and quite quickly I get good at things. But the reason I do that isn't due to talent, obviously, I mean, actually talented, but no, it's not because of talent. It's because of intentions, okay? So I always say, and not I always say, that's a lie. I just made this up, or I just thought about this about 3 days ago. But there's 4 different stages that you have to when you're doing something, right? Now, the first stage that there is not actually doing it. And I even wrote it down. Let me even just get my notes out just to make sure I'm not rambling. So the first step, and step 1, is actually just not doing something. So there's people who, at least if they go to the gym, that's good. But there's some people that just don't do it. Like, they just don't do it at all. Now, that's the worst stage to be in. Like I said, out of the 4 stages, the first step is not doing. That means you're just someone who doesn't post videos. So again, if I touch on why my YouTube isn't growing, or why your business isn't growing, or why you're not achieving the goals that you want in your life, the first thing and I'm not at this stage, is just not doing it. So if you're not doing your inputs, there's specific inputs that you need to do to make the money you want to make, to grow your YouTube. In my sense, to grow my YouTube. In your sense, to grow your business, lose weight, whatever it may be. The first thing is, if you don't do your inputs, of course, you're never going to grow. Yeah, that's the first thing. That's obvious. Now, the second thing is people that do it, but they do it inconsistently. Now, that's normally the worst stage, because you're not going to grow, but you are still trying. Like, that's actually the worst stage. It's when you're doing something a little bit. So, for example, for the fat guy who's been going to the gym inconsistently for 6 years, that's the worst. Because you've actually wasted mad time at the gym. You might as well have just eaten some cakes. Like, at least enjoy yourself as you're doing it. Same thing with like the YouTube. You've just wasted your time. If you post every now and then and you're just a bit inconsistent and your aim is to grow your YouTube, you've just wasted your time, right? So that's stage 2. Stage 2 is doing something inconsistently, okay? And again, I've been at that stage before. I'm kind of at that stage a little bit with YouTube. I'm kind of fluctuating with stage 2 and 3, and I'll touch on 3. Now, stage 3 feels bad, and it can be hard to admit that we're in this stage. Now, stage 3, you still don't grow in stage 3. This is the thing. You only grow when you're at stage 4. This is what's so interesting about everything. So like I said, you get those people that say that they've been going to the gym. Now, they might be that inconsistent person, but they might even be at stage 3. Now, the dark thing is that at stage 3, you still don't grow. Now, there's 2 steps to stage 3, or 2 different types of it. The first step is the person that goes to the gym, but they don't actually try. Now, The way that this manifests itself in your business, or for in my example in your YouTube, is that you make videos, but you don't actually put that much effort into it. Your intentions aren't as good as they should be. Like, you kind of put bare minimum effort. Now, for me, how that worked with me is I said that I wanted to post 2 YouTube videos a week. Now, a lot of the time, I make the videos quickly, half-assed, and I just quickly make it, and that's it. It's all slapdash. The intention is bad, because I'm not actually putting the effort into it. That's why my YouTube's not growing. That's why your business isn't growing. You know that you have to send 50 cold emails a day, but you're not really trying. Like, you just send the 50 just because it makes you feel good. It's almost like mental masturbation. It just feels good. It's like, it sounds good and kind of feels good, and I know I need to send 50 messages a day, so I'll just send them. But you're not actually putting any effort in. Now, stage 3, this is where a lot of people get stuck. And this is why a lot of people never progress in anything they do. Yes, they go to the gym. They actually go. Like, this is the worst stage. You go, but you just don't work hard. There's some people, like Trist, for example. He's been going to the gym for 6 months, and his transformation's mad. But I know people that have been going for 5 years, and they look whack. Like, this is the thing, the stage 3, right? That's the first step. Now, the second step of stage 3 is the people that really try hard, but they just don't do it consistently enough. That's another stage. That's not the stage that I'm in, but a lot of people have that, where they, instead of sending 50 messages a day, they'll send 1,000 one day, and they'll send them the best messages, and they'll work for 15 hours one day, and then all the other days they're not working, and then they repeat the process again. Step 3 is a very bad place to be in. A lot of people are at this stage where they're doing things either for the sake of it, or they're doing things really well and not doing them consistently enough. Now, again, the bad thing about stage 3 is you probably will actually see a little bit of progress. So, for example, with my YouTube, I say it hasn't grown. It's grown a little bit. It just hasn't grown that much. It hasn't grown as much as I've wanted it to, because my intentions have been terrible. Like, I've not actually put my heart and soul into it. And the thing is, I think the videos are actually kind of decent, and that almost makes it worse, because they're all right. Like, the videos are just okay. And because they're okay, you grow a little bit and you can give yourself a pat on the back, but it's fake. You know deep down when you haven't put yet full effort into something. So, yeah, I get a few followers and things go well, and it's like, oh, yeah, it kind of feels good, but it doesn't, and you can't ever fully celebrate it. Now, stage 3 is a bad stage to be in. The only stage where you truly grow and can go into your potential is when you do things well with good intentions and you do them consistently. That is stage 4 in life. Yeah, and it can fall into anything that you do. It can go into football training. There's some people that every day they might play football. They're football players and they train, but they don't really train hard enough. They're just there. Now, if you're just there, you're going to get a bit better, but you're not going to get that much better. Same thing with the YouTube. It's like, I need to actually dedicate myself to this if I want to grow. And if not, then you just don't want to grow, and it kind of just is what it is. But they're the 4 stages. Now, that's what I said. You need to put effort into anything that you're doing actively, all right? You can't do anything passively. That's what I was looking for. I was just looking for the right word. You can't do it passively. Now, with my YouTube, with my short form content, I've been doing it passively. Like, I've been doing it, but it's been passive. And this is the way that a lot of you guys are towards your business. You do pick up the phone sometimes and you make those calls, but there's no heart in it. That's why it doesn't grow. Same thing with my YouTube. Like, I'm doing it, but there's no heart in it, man. So that's my Cam's Talks. Do something well and consistently. It's not just consistency. We only talk about consistency. Let's talk about the effort that we put into it. Are you trying on a consistent basis? That's when you'll grow. Because if not, just doing something consistently, there's no use.